voice notes, something had shifted. She couldn't even pinpoint the exact moment when it happened. But one day when Michael confessed that he had fallen in love with her, she felt something sharp and warm move inside her chest. That was the moment she realized she loved him too. Deeply, silently, completely. Michael often talked about his struggles, how he had been searching for a steady job ever since finishing his degree. He also mentioned his older brother. His brother, he explained, had to get married first. Only after that would his parents consider looking for a bride for him. Which meant even if she asked him to send his family to her home, he simply couldn't. So she never pushed him. But boys often ran out of patience faster than girls. Before long, Michael was the one asking, "When will you tell your parents about me?" And every time she came up with an excuse, because she knew nothing she said would change her father's decision. Especially after everything that happened at the dinner table earlier that evening. Her father had already decided. Her protest wouldn't matter. The only comforting thing tonight was Ethan, her twin brother. For the first time in her life, she saw him as her protector. Someone willing to throw away his dream of studying abroad, all for her. But even he was helpless in front of her father's debts and obligations. Maybe Dad isn't wrong, she thought weakly. Girls have always been sacrificed for family burdens. It's been happening for centuries.
Just let me finish talking, she said softly. Okay, Michael replied. Tell me, what happened? And Gigi told him everything, from the dinner table discussion to her father's final decision. So, let me get this straight, Michael said finally. They're forcing you to marry that clown, the one you don't even like? You're just going to let them walk all over you like that? He sounded angry, desperate. This is 2025, Gigi. You're not some helpless girl living in the 1800s. You don't have to obey every order. You want me to rebel against my parents? She asked quietly. Yes, he said, without hesitation. Any parents who sacrifice their child because of their own stubbornness deserve to be stood up to. And after that, should I tell them the truth? That I want to marry someone I met online 6 months ago? Someone I've only seen in video calls? Someone they've never met? Even once? Her voice broke. No one would ever agree to that. Not my parents, not anyone. And you're jobless, Michael. Which parents would willingly give their daughter to a guy without a steady income? She didn't stop. Everything she had been holding in, her worries, her fears, came pouring out uncontrollably. Michael went silent for a moment. Then, suddenly, he burst out. Wow, just wow, Gigi. So now, after 6 months, you suddenly remember all my flaws? After all the promises, after everything we said, you want to throw me away? Fine, go marry that one-eyed, ugly weirdo then, he snapped. She inhaled sharply. Do you think I'll be unemployed forever? Of course I'll get a job, and not just any job, a good one. And as for meeting, God knows how many times I offered to come to Cleveland to see you. You were the one who never agreed. He kept venting, his frustration overflowing. When he finally stopped, there was a long silence. Gigi wiped her eyes, breathing shakily. She was about to hang up when his voice came again, lower, trembling. Just answer one thing, he whispered. Did you ever love me, even a little? Or were you just amusing yourself? She froze.